Hello, this is Wilbert R. Mutoko, financial doctor. For those of you who do not know me, I'm a motivational speaker, author, and a personal finance expert. Today I'm sharing with you on a message titled Why I Share Knowledge and Why You Too Should. Why I share knowledge and why you too should. Quite a number of people have been asking me as to why I'm so keen to share knowledge, whether it's on television, on radio, in seminars, in workshops, in lecture rooms, face-to-face, on posts on Facebook, videos on YouTube. Now, I thought maybe I should record this video and tell you why I do what I do and also encourage you to do the same. Now, number one, I am passionate about empowering individuals, organizations, and families. That translates into empowering the country and empowering the continent as well as the world. Now, how do we empower people? Obviously, if you are passionate about empowering people, they say knowledge is power. Therefore, I've decided that in my life, the most exciting part of my life is to seek knowledge and to transfer the knowledge to other people. And I believe you and I can join hands to share our knowledge and our experiences. Number two, Africa's level of decadence, decay, and backwardness is a bother to me. Contrarily, Africa has a very young population. And at the same time, we have vast natural resources. And I believe that if we can combine those two to have a young population in Africa and also to have vast natural resources, we can become a very productive continent and in turn be of help to the rest of the world. So if we can develop our knowledge base and transfer knowledge more often on all kinds of social media, I think we will become a very powerful continent. That's number three. It is not everyone who can read and understand. You know, this morning I was just thinking and I was sort of meditating, and I was saying to myself, it's not everybody that is good at school. If you can remember right now, if you can just ask yourself, when you were at school, how many people were smart? How many people were struggling with school? Obviously, we agree that in most schools, the smart students are very few. Majority of the people are not good at school. That means if you passed at school and if you are highly educated, it's just a privilege that you have. I know some people that we went to school with, they really wanted school, but they could not understand what the teachers were saying. And what I'm saying to you is that if you are educated or if you know something, I believe you need to share with me, you need to share with others in whatever way you can, because it's a privilege that you have to share with other people so that their lives can be better. That was number three, where I'm saying that it's not everybody who has knowledge, so you need to share with them. Number four, we are grateful to the Western world for bringing knowledge to us, particularly the knowledge of the gospel of Jesus Christ. But if you look around, you will see that most of the places in the developed world right now, they have lost Christ. They have removed Christ from their systems. And by so doing, what I would like to encourage is that it's our turn as Africans to also now take the gospel to the developed world so that we can also encourage them. Let's do the good that they have done to us in the beginning. So it's our turn to share the gospel with all those people. Number five, nobody knows everything. I know you know some things that I don't know, and I know some things that you don't know. And also at the same time, you have certain experiences that I do not have. And I would like to encourage you that if we can share our experiences, it will help us a lot. Now, when I wrote my second book, 16 Mistakes Singles Make, Volume 1, A Guide to Successful Dating and Courtship That Leads to Blissful Marriage, I did not think that that book was going to be helpful to people. What I've discovered is that usually when you look at yourself, when you look at the knowledge that you have, when you look at your experiences, you don't seem to believe that somebody can benefit from that. Why? Because you are so familiar with yourself. You are so familiar with your knowledge. You are so familiar with your experiences. So when I wrote that book, 16 Mistakes Singles Make, Volume 1, I knew it was a good book, but I was wondering whether there were really people that would want to read the book. But surprising enough, soon after publishing the book, even married people are reading the book and they are saying they are experiencing revival in their marriages. Isn't that amazing? And also there are quite a number of people that are testifying that they have read the book and it has helped them. Some of them have gotten married now and they are happily married after following the guidance in that book. So that gives me motivation to continue to write posts, to speak on radio, to speak on television, to speak in seminars. Number 6, reason why I want to share knowledge and I want you to share knowledge is the level of research in Africa is pathetic. Yeah? I believe this is one of the reasons why Africa is behind. And I would like to encourage every one of us to research. You find that people marry somebody without researching anything. People are in business, and in that kind of business where they are, they know nothing about it. And I would like to encourage us to make sure that we do research. In my book, What You Have Is Enough, What You Have Is Enough, How to Become Wildly Successful in Finance and Business Starting from Where You Are Now, I included a research, an 8-month research that I did on the challenges faced by small, medium and micro enterprises. And that research has been very, very helpful. Most of the people that have read the book, What You Have Is Enough, have found it to be very intriguing, very insightful and very much eye-opening. Why? Because there is research. Similarly, in my other book called Success in Marriage, 10 Ingredients for a Sweet Marriage, I've also included a survey that I did where I interviewed more than 15 couples to hear what challenges they have faced in marriage and what they suggest should be done to their own marriages and to other people's marriages. And I have seen that that kind of research as well is very helpful. So I want to encourage our people, even our governments in Africa, to spend more money on research. It's very important. And individuals must also research before they do anything. Before you do any major project, make sure you research. And number 7, I'm privileged to have been raised by both caring and disciplined parents. And I believe that whatever they have taught me concerning leadership, concerning working hard, concerning discipline, I'm now getting the opportunity to pass it on to others. And I know you have your own experiences. You might have been brought up by a single parent. You might have grown up without parents. But your experience, the knowledge that you have acquired in the process, you can share it with others and enrich other people's lives. Number 8, I had a privilege to know Christ while I was still a teenager. That gave me a strong foundation for life, for Christianity, for leadership, and for marriage. And I believe, similarly, that that experience that I have is something that I can pass on to other people and let them benefit. And the same applies to you. What experiences have you had in your past? What experiences have you had in your life that you might see fit to share with us so that we can enrich our lives as well? And of course, number 9, I love people. Generally, I love people. When you genuinely love someone, you don't want to keep anything from them. You want them to know as much as possible of what you have known. Now, because I love you, I love to share with you the knowledge that I have. I love to share with you the experiences that I have. And I would want you to do the same thing, to share with me as well. You know, because I love people. In my book called 15 Secrets for Personal Financial Success, I devoted a whole chapter 2 of that book. I talk about what motivates me. I talk about my dream. And I even wrote, interestingly, I wrote what I expect to be read on my day of funeral. And I say that nobody should cry at my funeral. It should be a ceremony. It should be a celebration. People will be thanking God for my contribution to their lives. So, you see, when you see your future, when you see your dreams and you chase them by applying what you believe, you know, empowering other people, I believe it's something that is commendable. And I hope you will do the same so that you don't die before you share with us what God has put in you. To put it in other words, the same way that Dr. Miles Monroe said it, he said that all of us came into this world rich, and by the time we die, we must die empty. Don't die with all those things that have been put in you by God to benefit us. And of course, number 10, whatever goes around comes around. What you sow is what you reap. If you share knowledge, someone will someday share with you life-saving knowledge. Okay? So in conclusion, life is more fun and fulfilling when you help others and to attain their dreams. Life is boring when you chase after money, fame, and power, you know, without leaving a legacy. That is why before anyone dies, they usually look for their friends, their loved ones. I haven't yet heard of somebody who just before they die, they begin to say, oh, you know, where is my money? Bring my checkbooks, bring my best car around me. You call for people. It's an emotional experience. It's more of a social experience. So in closing, let me just summarize. I was talking about why I share knowledge and why you too should do the same. And I said my name is Wilbert Mutoko, the financial doctor, and I'm an author, a motivational speaker, and personal finance expert. And then number 1 was I am passionate about empowering individuals, families, and organizations. That's why I share knowledge. Number 2, I said Africa's level of decadence, decay, and backwardness is a bother to me, and I believe you and I can do something if we share knowledge. We can do something to develop Africa. Number 3, I said it is not everyone who can read and understand. Some people have failed in school. There are a lot of them, not because they wanted to, but it just didn't work for them. Some people did not go to school because they didn't have money to go to school. Now, whatever you know, if you can share with them, you will help them. Okay? Number 4, we are grateful to be to the Western world for sharing, particularly the gospel with us. It's our turn as Africans to also preach and revive the Western world. And of course, number 5, I said nobody knows everything. That's why we need to share our knowledge and our experiences. Number 6, the level of research in Africa is pathetic. You and I can improve our level of research and make things better for our continent. And of course, number 7, I said I'm privileged to have been raised by 2 wonderful parents. I know some people don't have parents, so whatever my parents taught me when I was growing up is something that I can pass on to you and to other people. And you can also share with us your experiences. Number 8, I said I had a privilege to know Christ while I was still a teenager. So that's another reason why I want to share knowledge with other people and my experiences. And I expect you to do the same. And of course, number 9, I said I do this because I love people. And number 10, I share knowledge because whatever goes around comes around. Thank you so much. Wilbert Mutoko is my name. They call me the financial doctor. Stay blessed. God bless you. Bye.